Hey YouTube, welcome to Critical Pain. I am Critical and this is going to be painful. So last time we were talking about this Kershaw crown here. I know I promised y'all I was going to be getting a $100 to $200 knife. The money is spent and it is being shipped as we speak. It may be another week or so before I'm actually able to do the video. I'm in the process of moving as well. For now, today we're going to go ahead and take apart this Kershaw crown, which we've already done, and just kind of do a little modification, if you will. I don't like the fact that this is running on phosphor bronze and Teflon washers, so I have a Kershaw that I've been carrying for the better half of a decade, and I have a brand new Kershaw right here. I took them both apart, I took the washers out and separate them. This brand new one's going to run on just phosphor bronze washers, and this old one right here is going to run on just Teflon washers. And we're going to see what happens and if it works and if it doesn't work. So I guess we'll see what happens. I might have just messed up two really good knives. Thank God it wasn't a whole bunch of money that I had to spend on them. So I'm going to put a little bit of grease on here. This is just some, I don't know, Finish Line Extreme Fluoro PFPE grease. I find this works really well for this type of application. It's awfully thick and does a really good job of lubricating in there. It's going to hold these washers on here really well. So I want to make sure I'm going to put this I'm going to put the smaller one right here on this side. Spin that a little bit. I'm just going to put a little bit right there on top. I'm also going to put just a dab in the ball hole right there. I'm going to flip it over. I'm going to do the same side. Same thing on this side. I'm just going to put a couple of drops and not put so much. It's already got enough in the hole for the pivot pin to slide through. Spin that a little bit and you can see how they're just holding on there. I got the hole nice and lined up. And I'm just going to put another little drop right here. Alright, and that should work. Now let's see if we can make this knife work. I'm going to go ahead and put this sucker together. And it's in there. I'm going to line up all these washers. Everything looks like it's lined up nicely. Go ahead and drop in this pivot pin. Let's see if we can get it to go some of the way through there even. There we go. No, it's just I have to do this sandwich style. Where you just kind of do one at a time. So I'm going to figure out which way this D pivot goes in there. Alright, so we got the D pivot to go in. This just becomes a little bit fiddly with these kind of knives. And drop these out of here. Alright, there we go. Pull this other one out. Boom. Alright, we got enough grease in there, we're not going to put any more. Should be alright. Oh, I'm too far out with the pivot pin. Alright. So I'm going to take and put this washer in place. I'm just going to use my little thing right here to kind of tap it on over there. And get it in there, in place. push this up through and see where my washer's at. It's way at the top, which is fine. I can just work it on down. I'm good to go. Gently back this pivot out just enough to where I can get the blade in there now. I try to do this and release tension on the lock bar, and there we go. That's the pivot. Let's see, there it is. Alright, that's the pivot all the way through. Let's go ahead and back this out. Back this out just a little bit. Yeah. Release the tension on that lock bar just a little bit. I'm going to back this pivot out just a little bit, right about there. Don't want to lose, don't want to lose all of it. But I want to have enough where I can get this other copper washer in there. Oh, buddy, I think I just lost some of it. I'm still on that pivot. I'm still on that pivot. Alright, let's back this out just a hair. Alright, that should be enough right there. And the lock's got it all bound up at the moment. Alright, so there's the washer. We're just going to slide this on in. I can see the ring on the other side. I'm just going to grab it. And we're just going to kind of tilt this blade just a little bit so I can mess with this pivot a little. There it is. And we are in like sin. Nice. Alright, so that's all locked up. We're going to get this with a little bit of Loctite on there and see if we can make this work. See how the action is. See if we improved anything, or see if it's going to lock up too tight and it's not going to be any good. I just take my Loctite and dab it in a little cap right there because it's the liquid stuff, and if I don't, it tends to just flow everywhere. So that's a little tip for you. For your Loctite. Alright, definitely stiffer. No blade play. So we can back this out just a little bit. Let's see what we get here. That's a little bit of blade play. Let's tighten it up just a bit. Still just a tad bit of blade play. There it is. That feels good. How's the action? Oh wow. That is, I'm not sure yet. A little bit of an improvement, I think. That's not too bad. I don't know. Tighten this pivot up a little bit. I feel like I introduced a little bit of blade play in there. That's good and solid. That feels really good. That feels really good. Man, is that nice. Give it another little tweak. Man, it feels really, really good. Oh man, do I like that. Alright, so that's the phosphorus bronze one done. I'm going to go ahead and switch over, and we're going to modify this one. We're going to go ahead and do this the same way. We're just going to stack this. We're going to kind of put a little bit of lube on everything before we put it all together. So the pivot goes around there. Here. A bit in here. So let's see, this one here. Put the small one in for the pent ball. And get this pivot started. Oh. Hope we put the pivot in from the right side. There it is. Alright, so we got the pivot started. Back this all the way down to the bottom. I'm going to go ahead and get the blade and this one washer is... Alright, so we're going to leave this for just a second. And get this one washer in there. Oops. I just dropped the pivot out of there. Got to remember to hold on to these pivots when you're doing this, folks. You drop it, it's not all that fun to try and get it back in that hole. Alright, so it's going to be a little bit more difficult. This Teflon washer just wants to hang up at the top there. Alright, there it goes. We're getting it down. Working it down towards the bottom of that pivot. Like so. Squirt a little bit of grease in there on our... Just like so. And now we're going to go ahead and back the pivot out first. Make sure I hold on to it so it doesn't fall all the way out. Way further out than that. Just needs to barely hang over the top of that other one. There it is. Put the blade in. Move through the blade a little bit. Push this other washer in. There she is. There it is. And push it up and through. And there we go, folks. And this is the one that's going to be running on Teflon washers only. See how well we did here in just a second. Get a little bit of Loctite on that. Rock. Tighten up that pivot a little more. Feels good. It still feels pretty good. Just running on straight Teflon washers. Not bad. But anyway, a little knife modification today. Now I got a Kershaw Crown running on straight phosphorus bronze, and a Kershaw Crown running on straight Teflon washers. I'm pretty happy, to say the least. I like this little modification a lot. Anyway, I'm glad you joined us over here at Critical Pain for this little Kershaw modification today. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you all in the next video. Y'all have a good one.